Hello there, avid listeners. Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be talking about Pandora. I have to say I was a little surprised when I read this book. Don't get me wrong, I knew what the book was about, but I was expecting a little bit more Greek mythology than I actually got in the novel. I wanted more, if that makes sense. It's when you look at it, and even if you skim the synopsis and what the book's about, I think you're expecting some sort of Pandora retelling. And that's how it sounds, given the premise of the book. It sounds like, oh, this is a, not modern, but I guess a Victorian era kind of retelling of Pandora. Maybe Pandora was reincarnated. She gets this vase. This vase is sealed. What is the mystery surrounding this vase? But it's not. So, please, if you pick up this book expecting some sort of Pandora retelling, you are going to be disappointed, because it is nothing like that. It has nothing to do with that. It is simply just a story about a woman whose parents were fascinated with Greek mythology and studied Greek mythology, and I guess they were kind of like archaeologists / treasure hunters. They worked a lot. They were reputable, and they decided to name their daughter Pandora after Pandora, which isn't far-fetched. It is a beautiful name, but I just wanted more. I expected more, and that's not to say that I'm disappointed in the novel. I'm not disappointed in it, but I had this expectation, and yes, early on I'm just like, oh, so this has nothing really to do with Pandora, and I kind of just let my expectations fall out the window. It follows Pandora. She is kind of an orphan. She grew up with her uncle, and you could say she is emotionally starved. I mean, her parents died at a young age. It's not like her uncle is the best person. He's kind of a dick, to be perfectly honest. And really, it's just her and her magpie, who she named Hermes, and that's just the cutest thing in the world. Oh my god, I love her and Hermes so much. I love the way she talks to Hermes. And you really do see, because when she talks to other people, her personality seems a little dry, but anytime she speaks to Hermes, her little bird, you see a little bit more vitality in her and a little bit more life. So that just shows you, oh, she is emotionally neglected. And then she meets Edward. Their paths cross because of this vase. Now, her uncle is obsessed with this vase, and it has Grecian designs on it, and it looks to be telling the story of Pandora. So Pandora is fascinated with it, not just because of the designs that she wants to use to inspire her artwork as a jeweler, but because her uncle did not want her to see this vase. And she begins asking the question, why is he keeping this vase secret from me? What is so important about this vase that I can't know? So she starts to investigate it, and an old man with white hair and piercing blue eyes, who just might be Zeus, I think, in any case. There's enough fantastical elements in the book to keep you engaged, especially because they do surround the vase as well. He puts Edward in the path of Pandora. And so together they investigate this vase. And it all ties back to the death of her parents as well. So there is a mystery here. And there's a lot of character development. And I really do enjoy the subtle romance that builds between Edward and Pandora. She's more practical, That's how she sounds. And that's why I say she sounds a little bit dry. She is of a more practical mindset. And Edward, he seems to be a little bit more idealistic. He is a sweetheart. Don't get me wrong. He is a sweetheart. And I love that. And they balance each other out quite well. And I like how they balance each other out. And I like that their romance doesn't take away from the story and doesn't become the sole focus of it as well. You are invested in Pandora and this mystery of this vase and how it connects to the death of her parents. That's the core of the story. And the way it unravels is very well done. So, I do have to give this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. Didn't quite blow me away, wasn't quite what I expected, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. So yes, 3.5 out of 5 stars. It moves as a steady pace. It's not too slow, it's not too fast, it's just steady. If you want to go ahead and purchase the book, I will include links in the description on where you can purchase the book. And on that note, I hope you all will continue to support me here by liking the podcast, subscribing to it, and sharing it with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.